Welcome everybody. This is the Glaziar Gamble podcast, and we talk about stuff on here. And things. Today it's Minnesota Vikings because preseason football's here.
And we don't have a league because everyone cheated. So
yeah, we don't have a fantasy football league anymore because last year people were bending rules and everybody hated. We had a couple
not announcing or not respecting waiver positions.
We had people that didn't like the new online draft. So, so we no longer have a fantasy football team. So this year football's just for fun, just watching it for enjoyment. No, I might daily fantasy leagues are legal. So I might do that sort of thing.
DFS. Yeah. I usually drop like $25 ish on that and just see what I can do. If anything, it's fun to watch for whatever. But yeah, maybe we'll prepare. We'll try to get some of our close buddies, and we'll do a league next year. Maybe Glaziar Gamble football league,
the GGFF,
the GG, yeah,
Glaziar Gamble Fantasy Football, GGFF.
Let's go. Yeah, subdivision of GGSN, but
yeah,
go to your GGSN.
It's like GGSN 2.
Yeah, GGSN Plus, where you can get all of your.
Yes,
we've got a bundle.
Yeah,
we got GGSN Plus, which encompasses not only the GGSN Sports Network, like Glaziar Gamble Sports Network, but also the GGSN Glaziar Gamble Sex Network as well.
Right, which is now available on Only Dads.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here to talk about Vikings. If you didn't get that from that, if you didn't understand that, you probably are in the wrong place.
We didn't even
because we didn't understand it. And I don't know why we're here. I feel like I'm a little blurry.
I feel like I am too, but I've also cleaned my glasses 6 times, so maybe.
Sometimes that'll do it. I think I did it. Still, my microphone still looks nice and crisp, but.
Yeah. That's the main focal point from your side of the screen anyway.
As long as it's not my face.
God, that microphone is so nice.
Wow. All right. Anyway, Minnesota Vikings preseason football stuff's happening. You had an idea for what you wanted to talk about with them?
Oh, we're going to go through the fantasy football wise. Fantasy football wise, we talked about it like 2 weeks ago. Take Jonathan Taylor, take Justin Jefferson, take Cooper Kupp, take both the tight ends and be an asshole.
I think
the rest of your league.
That's always the play, people. That's all. Take both tight ends. One year I had Jordan Reed and Evan Ingram.
You had Kittle that year too. I think you had Kittle and Reed at the same time.
There was also a year where I had Jordan Reed and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
There was a year where I had. Well, I feel like it was Eric Ebron on the Lions, like during his one good season.
Right.
And then I had another you had
Gesicki last year. You had Kittle Gesicki or Kelsey Gesicki.
Both did shit.
Yeah.
Both were nothing last year.
So we'll go through the Vikings roster. We'll try to figure out the 53 people that we think are going to make the team. So first and foremost, the specialists are pretty locked in stone here. As of this morning, Jordan Berry was cut. So it's Ryan Wright, Greg Joseph, and Andrew DePaula.
Yep.
So get those right out of the way.
So I thought they made a good point this morning. Just a quick thing on that most likely, since the money wasn't that big of a difference between Berry and Wright,
they had the exact same stats. They both had 5 punts. They both had 3 inside the 20. Except Ryan Wright had a bigger leg, whereas Jordan Berry was a bit more consistent in a net average.
And they were talking this morning about how that a lot of the decision probably, because it's so close in all other areas, a lot of the decision probably came down to the holder.
Right, which is weird because Greg Joseph was missing kicks when Ryan Wright was holding, but he was hitting them when Jordan Berry was
exactly. That's why everybody thought Jordan Berry was going to get it, because it's like, the money's not that different, the stats aren't that different. So
Ryan Wright was punting a lot better, I felt, than Jordan Berry was. The ball was in the air longer. the kicks were longer. So I just thought not necessarily from the holding position, but just bigger leg for what we needed, I thought was
Sure.
Ryan Wright.
I like big legs.
Plus he's big. He's a big dude. He's like 6'6" or something.
Yeah.
That's
pretty sick. There was I feel like that punter Hansen from the Lions for the long time.
Yeah.
I feel like he's also like 6'5"
Sure.
or 6'4". He's also huge.
All right.
Huge.
All right. So so if there's 53 people on the roster, we need 25 from each side.
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be, but we'll try to get close to those numbers, I guess. 19 offense,
I think
30 defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
We'll see what happens as we go down the list. So quarterbacks, are they keeping 3 or are they going to 2? Just 2?
Kellen Mond they'll put him on the practice squad. If he gets claimed, he gets claimed. I don't think they're keeping him on the roster. And I think they proved like they'd rather trade a pick than keep either of those guys.
Yeah.
So at this point, the idea of either of them even being on the team is not necessary.
Yeah, so I think Mon to practice squad, Mannion to the bench.
And then if Mon gets claimed, then
we'll pick up some other random person,
right? Or bring back some other practice
like
squad
Nate
guy.
Stanley or something. Nate Stanley or Jake Browning, something like that. Someone they've had, but it doesn't have to be anything. He also gives the new regime like, all right, let's move on and get our own quarterback. So just Kirk and Big Dick Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Kirk and Big Dick Nick. I agree with that 100%. I think Mannion should just go to advisor role.
Thanks, man.
Advisor role, because see how much he helps Kirk. And unless Mon like shows out like 4 touchdowns, I don't know. Running back, you got Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, King Kenny, Ty Chandler, CJ Ham, and Bryant Koback.
Koback is either practice squad or gone.
I agree.
And I think Alexander Madison gets the cut.
You think he gets cut or traded? Because he doesn't have value.
This time of year, I think teams aren't. They know if you're trying to trade him, the reason they'd want to trade for Madison is if they know that they'll be lower on the waivers.
Right.
So unless you can do that, but you're still not going to get. So maybe Alexander Madison gets traded, but I think they keep Ty Chandler, Kenny, Dalvin, and CJ Ham. Yeah. And I think they do a 4 back.
Yeah, I think that's smart too. Wide receiver. This is tough because
I love Alexander Madison, by the way. I just don't think they're going to keep him because I don't think the difference between he can get 100. He could get 100 yards in a game. He's proven he can do that.
Yeah.
He's never going to score you that touchdown. Like he's never going to be that home run hitter that you need at the end of a game.
It's not a Dalvin by any
not a chance. Like he is the quintessential like backup running back.
Right.
Like when he goes in, he gets the job done. But Kenny is going to go in, potentially get the job done and then some. Ty Chandler is going to go in and potentially get the job and then some.
Right. Even Ham. Like Ham can.
And Ham's too valuable in what else he does. He's too his blocking, he can pass catch. So he's valuable at the goal line.
I agree. I think Madison's the odd man out, but I also think that they're smart enough to try to get some value for him. And even if that's trading him, even if they can get a center, I think you do it. Even a backup center, even though more on that later, but Austin Schlottman should get the shot anyway. But wide receiver, he should get the shot. He should get the shot. Wide receiver. Now I think
this is the hard one.
I think the top four have easily been identified.
Okay, Jalen Naylor.
Right. Myron Mychal.
Yep.
Blake Prohl, who has been injured the entire
Moritz Bowringer.
No, you got JJ Thielen, KJ, and Amir Smith-Marset. I think Amir Smith-Marset.
ASMRI for sure.
Yeah, ASMRIM. After this, everyone says it's BC and then Naylor. But I think Tristan Jackson has been better than both of them.
I think you keep Jackson and Naylor.
I think so too.
I think this is another one of those times where the veteran, the BC.
It's a Spielman guy too, right?
Like BC hasn't shown me that he's going to get better. like I feel like we know what we have. And because these are guys that we're talking about being late on the depth chart, we can be riskier. Like if we already have a top 4, you can take risks with these back guys because I'd rather know that I can have somebody that can replace my 4 or 3 than know that I always will have a number 5.
Right. And Naylor is a Kwesi guy, right? Like he drafted him. And Tristan Jackson is from the Rams when Kevin O'Connell was there. So it's a Kevin O'Connell guy.
Jackson looks like he's better than Jackson looks like he could be better than ISM. So
yeah.
I would rather have, I think the top 4 is for sure Thielen, Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, and Amir Smith-Marset. But this is another one, just like Madison. It's sad to see these type of players go, but he's another one of those guys that
I mean, BC
we know
had
we know your ceiling.
Really good rookie year, and we were like, all right, like this guy's for sure the wide receiver 3. But then injuries, not being able to stay on the field, not great.
Coach?
No, it's a new guy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. BC was also heavily used on special teams, and now we have a new guy.
Right.
Like a lot of BC's value games, special teams. So I think BC's gone.
So, and then Dan Chizena, Myron Mitchell, and Blake Prohl. Obviously, Blake Prohl is like injured, and they put him on the injured thing. So I don't think he
doesn't count as part of the roster while he's on injured.
Before Kellen Mond's second pick, Myron Mitchell missed a 26-yard wide open catch in a soft part of the zone, which would put us into. We would have been at like the 13-yard line, and Kellen Mond never would have thrown that pick.
I think Blake Prohl stays on the injured, and I think Myron Mitchell's gone.
Yeah. And then Dan Chizena, this is also a questionable pick because he is a really good special teams guy. So I'm not sure.
So would this be wide receiver 7?
Yeah.
If you want to keep 7 wide receivers, Chizena gets the keep out of those 3, I think.
Over BC, I think. Just having a special teams guy.
Yeah. So I would have to agree. So if we keep 7, Chizena, I think if we go 6, all those guys, a couple might go practice squad, but most are probably just cut.
Right. Tight end. Now, if you would ask me this after the first game, I would have said Zach Davidson would have for sure been the 3rd. But he dropped more passes than were thrown, I'm pretty sure, the second game. So I think they're just going to go with Irv, Johnny Munt, and Ellefson. I think that's who they're going with. I think Nick Muse and Davidson could be practice squad guys because neither of them have shown all that much. Zach Davidson had a chance, but then he kind of blew it with the drops in the second game. So
yeah.
But he isn't one of those athletic guys. He's like 6'7". He's got the frame. He's looking before he moves, before he catches it. So
yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, I don't know really how much else because Irv coming back, you obviously keep Irv.
Right. Johnny Munt's their guy. Like and
Nick
then Ben
Muse
Elson's
is probably practice squad.
Yeah.
Or cut.
Yeah.
Ben Ellison is if you need a blocker.
Right. Which I think that's what they'll keep. All right. Oh,
so you said, what did you think? 3
I
or
said
4?
Irv. I said 3.
3.
I think they're going to use CJ Ham as kind of like a
H-back.
They're going to put CJ Ham out wide. He's going to come in and block from a slot position possibly. Like
right.
He can do those weird things. We're going to do a bunch of weird stuff with our O-line. So O-line / tight end, whatever. All right. Speaking of O-line, I switched this up into centers, guards, and tackles to make it easy. So centers, we got Garrett Bradbury.
Sure.
Josh Sokol, which I didn't know. I don't
S-O-K-O-L, right?
Yeah. Yep. Sokol.
Skull.
And then Austin Schlottman. I think they're keeping 2.
I think Schlottman stays. I think they either probably try to scoot Sokol. I don't know if he's still practice squad. I think practice squad. And then Garrett Bradbury. You can't eat that contract.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Is you can't eat the contract. So he's just on the roster. I think he's probably going to be a backup.
Yeah, I think
If
Garrett Bradbury backs up.
he'll get sick of it. I saw this post that was like the Minnesota Vikings were top 10 offense last year, and they had Garrett Bradbury. So is it really that important of a need? And I was like, yeah, but we could be a top 1 offense if you replace Garrett Bradbury. So there's a chance. So I don't know. I think always improving should be the key. So just being okay with having a bottom 90th percentile center is not the best. Guards: Ezra Cleveland, Wyatt Davis, Jesse Davis, Kyle Hinton, and Ed Ingram.
Okay, Ed Ingram and Cleveland, I think, are the starters.
Right.
I think Kyle Hinton is the
Kyle
backup.
Hinton, yeah.
Who are the other 2 or 3?
Jesse. Oh, I don't have Chris Reed in here. Chris Reed, he'll make it.
So Chris Reed
and Jesse Davis. Chris Reed could also be a backup center. He's been playing some positions at center. But he's hurt right now. So
I believe Kyle Hinton played center at some place he's been.
So I say Ezra Cleveland, Chris Reed, Ed Ingram, and Jesse Davis. Ezra, Ed Ingram, Jesse Davis, Chris Reed. Yeah, those 4. That's what I think.
So you and I think
I don't think Wyatt Davis. Wyatt Davis hasn't played the entire preseason, so I don't think he's gonna.
The other Davis though.
Jesse Davis.
So you thought Jesse Davis and I thought Kyle Hinton.
Yeah, I don't think there's a difference.
They could probably keep all 5.
Kyle Hinton is probably better than Jesse Davis, as Jesse Davis has been our worst graded O lineman this entire preseason. Worse than Bradbury, believe it or not. But
yeah. So I'd probably take Hinton.
I would take Hinton over him, but we'll see. Tackles: Brian O'Neill, probably cut. Christian Darrisaw,
cut.
Probably cut. Blake Brandel, Oli Udo, Timon Paris, and Vidarian Lowe.
Might keep all 5.
There were 6 there.
Oh.
I think Blake Brandel for sure. Brian O'Neill, Darrisaw, Oli Udo, and Vidarian Lowe. I'm not sure.
I think out of those 2, Lowe gets cut.
Yeah, Lowe is also he's one of those probably a practice squad guy because he's one of their later round picks. Yep. And then Oli Udo as a tackle is a lot better than Oli Udo as a guard.
Yeah, I think Udo gets kept and Lowe goes to the practice squad.
Sure, I think so too. That was offense.
So what was our total though?
All right, let's see.
So we got 2 running backs.
We got 1, 2, or 5. We have 4. Madison was a question mark.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I wouldn't put Madison as a question mark. I wouldn't count Madison as part of the roster. I don't think he's gonna be there. This is we have to have 53.
Right.
There's got to be tough cuts. BC, Madison.
I'll put Kyle Hinton just for the spot here.
Okay.
All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
So we have 25 plus the 3 specialists.
25, 28, including the specialists. So we have exactly half right now.
And we have to have 53.
Yeah.
So 25 left. So we can keep 25 of these defensive players.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all we got.
Yep.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do that.
They only kept 3. Well, Schlotman is a guard center, so they could.
Yeah.
We could get a extra position there. We'll
I think you might have to eat the Bradbury money. I
think he's that bad. I would be calling it because
that's the thing. Like he's the Browns, he's not going to play.
The Browns' backup center also just got hurt. Like, hey, Stefanski.
So you want a 7th round pick from 2036?
Yeah.
Like, could we take that? Is that legal? Could we do that?
No.
All right, take Garrett Bradbury.
They get a starting center, starting caliber center.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Gosh.
All right. We will start with safety. or we'll go out, work our way in.
Okay.
I think that's the easiest. Safety is the easiest for us.
All right.
Lewis Seen, Cameron Bynum, Harrison Smith. I think they're all locks.
All three. Yeah.
Miles Dorn or Josh Metellus?
I'd rather have Metellus, but Dorn has and because again you're at the bottom of the depth chart. Dorn has the question mark that makes you decide whether or not to keep him.
Sure.
I like Metellus.
I like Josh Metellus too. He's a big like energy guy too. So I think Josh Metellus as well.
Yeah.
So I think those four.
Yep.
Because if you just do those three are going to see the field a lot.
Yeah.
So
they're going to find packages to fit all.
Yeah,
of them.
and Cameron
Harrison
Bynum,
Smith's older. There might be times where he wants to sit now.
Yeah, Cameron Bynum is actually listed as a DB as well, not a safety, whereas Lewis Seen and Harry are listed as safeties. So the fact that Cameron Bynum can do kind of a bunch of different things, kind of like a chess piece. What chess piece can do a lot? The queen.
The queen. He's a queen.
He's our queen.
Cameron Bynum's our queen.
Okay.
Lewis Seen's also kind of like a queen. So
yeah. Sween. All right, cornerback. Starters probably Patty P, Cameron Dantzler, and Chandon Sullivan.
Yeah.
I think those. I should be marking this down. Hold on. We'll go Lewis Seen, Bynum, Harry, and we'll go with Metellus. All right. Dantzler, Patty P, and Chandon Sullivan. All right. Other corners we have on the roster. Andrew Booth.
Yep. He stays.
He stays. A Caleb Evans.
That's we think
he's
about
like their third or fourth. He's like their third or fourth round pick.
Yeah, it might be hard.
Nick Hairston, guy they brought in from Indianapolis.
Okay, so Evans stays, Booth stays, Hairston probably stays.
Ty Smith they cut, but then since they dropped Jordan Berry, they brought him back.
Yeah.
So I think Ty Smith is just we need to fill our roster.
Right.
We need to fill our roster right now.
Eventually he's going to leave again.
Yeah. So I'm going to go no on Ty Smith.
Yep. Agreed.
Chris Boyd somehow always makes the team.
Yeah,
he's got that energy.
Probably not this year.
Always got that energy.
He's such a good, and he's a
good guy.
He's a good energy in the locker room. I would not. He's one of those guys that his impact is off the field.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not
every season in basketball.
It's definitely really not on the field though. I thought Chris Boyd was going to be the next like big small corner. Like
right.
I thought.
Mike Brown and Perry Nickerson. I feel like Perry Nickerson has been on our roster the last 10 years. Hasn't he always? He's always been there, right? It's like, well, he's fast.
Right.
He's fast. So
yeah, none of those guys.
I don't think so either.
I think they might try to. I don't know. Yeah, I think
Caleb Evans and Hairston. You think they're 6?
Those 6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's 6 there.
Okay.
I think they definitely keep Hairston. He's another energy guy.
He had a nice pick too this last week.
I don't know how many guys we've put on practice squad, but if Boyd would still qualify, I feel like that's one of the guys.
Well, I mean, if Josh McCown can be on a practice squad, I think there's no literally like restriction.
Right. So then they probably have Mannion or Mond. One is one of them.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Sure. The conditions behind Nick Mullins' pick was he has to be active for a game.
He just has to be active for one game.
Yeah, and then they get a 7th round pick. So if we were to have him on the roster and he didn't play and it wasn't active an entire season, we wouldn't give up anything for him. So that's weird. That's weird that they put those restrictions on. All right, we'll go inside linebacker. Eric Kendricks.
Cut.
Jordan Hicks.
Cut.
Chaz Surratt. Brian Asamoah. I put him as outside linebacker. And Troy Dye.
They're putting Troy as a middle.
I don't
Surratt
know.
as a
Troy.
Middle.
Yeah, they're middles. Yeah, they're middles. They're flying around there.
Chaz
Surratt had a lot better game than he did the first game.
He's fast as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all clicked for him yet.
No.
But he had a good second game than he did first game. Brian Asamoah, I think, is a lock outside of the other two. He has been very impressive
Yeah,
He's been fast and he's been
he's
hitting.
fast.
He's fast, yeah,
Him
and
and
he's been
Surratt are
hitting
just.
holes really good. So
We have very fast linebackers.
yeah,
Kendricks is pretty quick. Surratt's fast. Asamoah's
was
fast.
really fast.
Troy Dye is fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think? I don't know. I'd like to see Surratt make it, but I also don't think they're going to keep just 3 middles. So I don't think Troy Dye's
Kendricks and Asamoah are locks.
Kendricks and Hicks. They brought in Hicks
and
from
Hicks, and I
Cardinals,
think
so.
Asamoah. So that's 3. So if they keep 4,
Surratt or Troy Dye,
it's Surratt.
Yeah.
If they keep 4, it's Surratt.
Yeah, I don't think Troy Dye's done that much.
No, and if they keep 3, Surratt they'll try to squeeze the squad on him.
Right. This is where I think they're keeping a lot of edge rushers, because there's a lot of good names on this list.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how we're gonna be.
Yeah. So outside linebacker / D end, Daniil Hunter and Zadarius Smith are the starters, obviously. So they're both in. Patrick Jones has been nuts this preseason, so it's clicked for him. He's done really well. So I think those 3 are locks. Those 3. I think. DJ Wanham also is the 4th. So I think those 4 are locks. Daniil Hunter, DJ Wanham, Patrick Jones, and Zadarius Smith. We also had Zach McLeod as a middle linebacker, but
no, he's probably gone.
And then I'm hoping these are outside linebackers. I don't know that William Quenku, Azizi Atamowu, Janarius Robinson, Blake Lynch, and Luigi Villain.
Do you want to go through those again?
All right, we got Daniil Hunter, Patrick Jones.
No, I was kidding. I was just the couple names.
Yeah, William Quenku.
Let's see this. I think it's Otamewu.
That was one of their picks this year. I think he was like a 5th. I think if he went on practice squad, he'd get picked up. That's what I fear
and
for him.
Quenku. Might not be how to pronounce. I would just say Quenku and Otamewo.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Otamewo makes it. Yeah, I don't see how he doesn't make it.
Blake Lynch or Janarius Robinson. Do they make it?
Blake Lynch has a chance, but there's a good chance neither. Like if you need the space, like if you're down to 55, 56 guys, they're those guys that it's like, okay, they might have made that 56-man roster, but I don't think.
If you're keeping 4 middles, you're then keeping 5 outsides. Right. So you're keeping Daniil and Patrick Jones and Zadarius and DJ Wanham.
Yep.
And you're keeping your draft pick Azizi Otamewu. That's tough. That's tough for me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 5 plus
the
middles plus the outside line or the corners and safeties. We're getting close to that 25.
Yeah. Okay. D line now.
Right. That's the thing. I don't. Yeah. I think we only have like 5 roster spots left.
Should I count? We got 6 there.
Yeah.
11, 15, 19. So we get 6 D line.
6 D line total out of the
Okay.
So that's 2 DNs that's.
I'll name them off. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 guys here
for all of D line.
For D line, yeah.
And we just have to take 2 out.
Yeah.
So take 2 of these guys out. All right. I think we can do this.
Dalvin Tomlinson and Harrison Phillips, they're the starters. So we're gonna take them. Okay, we're gonna go with this next one because he has probably been our best preseason performer out of any of our players.
Okay.
T.Y. McGill.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gotten like 6 quarterback pressures, 3.5 sacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been
5
sacks
nuts. In the first 2 games or 3 sacks in the first 2 games.
Yeah. So
this is what, his 5th team or
this is 9th team.
9th team? Yeah.
In like 9 years.
I think he's the third guy.
T.Y. McGill. I think so too. You got Jalen Twyman, Armon Watts, and James Lynch. They're probably all battling for that next spot. I know that they're not like holding Armon Watts out because he is in a battle with, I believe, James Lynch for that kind of fourth spot. Which I would have figured Armon Watts would have been the next, like, third.
Sure.
But T.Y. McGill has been impressive too. So you got James Lynch, Jalen Twyman, good story, Armon Watts, John Bullard, and T.J. Smith.
Yeah, I think Bullard and Smith are just the two guys out. Everybody else stays.
Yep.
That's your 53.
That's your 53.
So the hardest cuts. Did you say we kept Bradbury?
I did.
So that's the thing. I think if one of these hard cuts you could replace with cutting Bradbury.
Chris Reed has been injured, but he has been taking snaps at center. So if you think Chris Reed is a better improvement than Bradbury,
a better backup to Schlottman.
Yeah. I think Schlottman should get a chance.
I think Schlottman starts. So like Bradbury's your backup anyway.
Yeah. In my opinion, you sit Ed Ingram this week and you have Schlottman start and you don't have Bradbury get out there and play. You have Bradbury try to earn his spot because Schlottman's done everything better than him.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Even if it's against twos.
So I think if you find one of these hard cuts, like if you decide, we want an extra linebacker, we want an extra wide receiver, I think that extra hard cut is eating the money and cutting Bradbury.
I think, if you have to open up a slot to get one of these cuts, like one of these cuts from the other teams, that is a center. Maybe it's a center. You know?
Right. Bradbury's another one on that potential cut.
Yeah. So
the hardest cuts are probably Madison, BC.
Oh yeah, Blake Lynch, Janarius Robinson, Luigi Villan. You could maybe if you want one of those guys, but
I think Luigi can slide by on the practice squad.
Yeah, he's got a cool name. Yeah, so Madison, I had a question mark. Dan Chizena, I had a question mark. Obviously Bradbury is trash. One of those outside linebackers, Blake Lynch or Janarius Robinson. Probably Blake Lynch. Troy Dye is really scraping the bottom of the barrel there. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's it.
I think we nailed it.
I think that was really good.
100% accuracy. This roster, if we don't sign anybody from the outside, 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
Hard cuts, but that's what's going to happen, people.
Right.
We're sorry to tell you in advance.
Yeah.
I'm also sorry. I probably sound stuffy. My allergy medicine doesn't seem to want to work anymore, and I feel itchy.
Yeah.
I feel itchy and stuffy. Great. All right. So sorry about that, but I'm also sorry to tell you that we're 100% right.
Yeah, we always are.
I love Madison, but he's gone.
Yeah. I love Brett. No.
Bradbury, yeah, maybe he fits into one of those tight end spots.
He could, yeah, if they want to keep 4 tight ends.
Yeah, maybe he gets CJ Ham's spot as the HC.
Yeah, I don't think he really has a tight end for thinking about how many times he gets railed during practice. So.
True.
Or during games.
Daniil probably is like, give me a chance. Give me a chance. Have you seen that?
You're telling me Harrison Phillips or Dalvin Tomlinson can't play center better than him?
Probably could.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on.
Dude, it's just, I don't
CJ
get it.
Ham.
How do you have that strong of an upper body, but you can't run block?
Can't pass block either. Can't block in general.
I don't get it.
It's tough. It's tough.
I thought he was going to be good too.
Yeah.
Just wrong. I thought Elfline was going to be better than he was.
He did it right. First season was okay, and then the last season was okay, but even more so, he would have been better than Bradbury. So.
I agree.
So
anyway, so yeah, there's our final Vikings 53-man roster, and throw in a bunch of keywords for the algorithm. Should we do that? So
yeah.
LeBron James, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady turmoil, Debo Samuel,
Deshaun Watson,
Kevin Durant, Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Lamar
Ooh.
Jackson, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys, NFL talk, Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins, who's the dude from the Buffalo Bills?
Josh Allen.
No, the punter.
Matt Ariaza.
Matt Ariaza, right? Matt Ariaza.
Some of these are for not great reasons.
No, but they'll be in the algorithm.
Let's go.
They'll be in the algorithm where we're abusing them for the algorithm.
Let's go. And they're abusing other people.
Right, which is not good reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just horrible. God, that story is messed up. With just want to mention, throw that out of there. That's disgusting. Yeah. Anyway,
everyone's like, when he hit that 89-yard punt or 81-yard punt or whatever, everyone's like, punt God, we wanted him. Well, there's more to the story. Let's just say there's always more to the story here. Sometimes you don't get the full story.
Anyway, you all look great today. G.
Penis.
Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat them. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest.